sometimes things do feel familiar, and in our current cultural context, that phrase is nearing meaninglessness. What used to be déjà vu is now just the new episode of the new show you need to understand, the new entry in the new cinematic universe. Even here, we satiate the hunger for the new, but the new is the old. Homage, reference, legacy sequel, reboot, comeback tour number 5. How do we even know where, when, why we are doing this? What year is it? How long have we been on this rock? 5 weeks, 2 days. Help me to recollect. Perhaps I, and those like me, are the genesis of this problem. For now, though, perhaps it is best to distract ourselves with, that's right, 5 Steam games you may have missed last week. Teracotta is an action-adventure game where you play as a warrior tasked with protecting an emperor in his afterlife. You'll fight and puzzle through 80 distinct levels with 8 brutal bosses to defeat along the way. It's an appealing, simple concept that benefits from an art style that draws from traditional Chinese painting. Did the modern indie Metroidvania kill the indie Twitch platformer? Lapin, or Lapin, promises otherwise. You play as 5 rabbits, as you may have guessed, trying to escape their subterranean home. The art style looks like a lavish 1980s feature cartoon in action, with enough detail to look lovely, but not so much that it'll botch your reaction time. Do be aware that this is an early access game, and that its 4 final episodes aren't in this current build. In addition to those levels, the game will also get various collection elements and Steam achievements in the lead up to its early 2023 release. Sievert is a tense, top-down survival shooter set in a bleak, pixelated wasteland with its Eastern European setting and post-apocalyptic vibe, a focus on extracting precious resources from the procedurally generated biomes before the irradiated wildlife turns you to mince. Sievert's early access period is expected to last for about a year, with new biomes, weapons, customization options, and more expected to roll out during that time. Launched into early access last week, Organs Please is a game about operating a recycling factory. But there's a big twist. Have you guessed? It's a recycling factory for human organs, of course. This recycling facility is on a spaceship, of course. And in addition to building up these headquarters, you'll be recruiting and nurturing your staff. Although you can choose to turn them into canned food, of course. A morbid concept, sure, but the art style is cheerful and it's apparently played for laughs. Organs Please will stay in early access until at least January 2023, and it will receive 3 major updates between now and then. Goodbye World is a cozy blend of narrative adventure and retro platformer that takes as its theme the difficulty of making video games. Protagonists Kani and Kamadi are old friends who have collaborated on a number of games that haven't set the world on fire, eliminating their chances of quitting their menial part-time jobs. The story is presented in 13 chapters and intercut with 12 platform levels that represent the warm blanket action of ye olde Game Boy gems. The concept is really promising, the setting fascinatingly meta, and the pixel art is just stunning. But perhaps it is cruel to wave things off as derivative. Games like Goodbye World make it plain to see how much love and work goes into creating what we ravenous animals consume in mere hours, without a second thought. It is not a shame to create work based on what you love, and games are great at it, be it a Metroidvania, a twitchy platformer, or a new take on Papers, Please. The industry, particularly indies, thrive on this. And what monster would turn their nose up at the hard work of those who just love to do what they do? Is it spite? For we feel no love or passion for ourselves. No, I see it now. We live not in a world that must be forms, and these games and films and songs are not merely pale imitations building on the backs of giants, but friends putting its hand on the giant's shoulder. It is, though, hard to deny how easy it is to be upset when our corporate overlords take this love and do what they do best: squeeze it, milk it dry, and leave it wasted. Thanks for watching. Be sure to tell us if there are any games that we missed last week, and we'll see you next time. Oh, doesn't it all seem familiar? Sometimes things do feel familiar, and in our current cultural context, that phrase is nearing meaninglessness. What used to be déjà vu is now just the new episode of the new show you need to understand, the new entry in the new cinematic universe. Even here we satiate the hunger for the new, but the new is the old. Homage, reference, legacy, sequel, reboot, comeback tour number 5. How do we even know where, when, why we are doing this? What year is it? How long have we been on this rock? 5 weeks, 2 days. Help me to recollect. Perhaps I, and those like me, are the genesis of this problem.